So you're going to go to Seattle for this?
All right, the video stream for episode 4 is live. If you want to reload the website,
you need an excuse.
Yeah, true. Fair enough. How long's the course? Like a weekend?
Depends on how much money you want to spend.
True. As per usual.
They do half day, full day, and up to a 3-day course. The 3-day course, you get your Rally America license also, so you can actually compete in like amateur circuits.
That'd be cool.
I don't have anything I want to actually run on Rally. Like, I'm not going to run my phone.
That sounds like that could be real rough to actually
get a rental car.
You know? A rental rally car.
It would be like I'd have to buy like an old Subaru or something and rally it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
That's what I use in Forza Horizon. Subaru. It's like built for that fucking video game.
You have to have all-wheel drive for fucking Forza Horizon because all the tracks are off-road.
Yep.
The Forza Motorsport 7 is the opposite, which is like
all street.
It'll be like trophy trucks. Like, okay, and you're racing them in a European road course. I'm like, you don't have a fucking dirt course for the trophy trucks? Like, I'm racing literally Baja trucks, and you don't have a fucking off-road course, but you have the trucks?
Come on.
Like, I'm racing on a track. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
Also, they drive like garbage on a track. They're fucking body roll and... Honestly, I've had the new car bug like crazy, just buying... Like, I don't want to get rid of my car. I just want car stuff. But I think I always get that after like a year. And then...
Yeah, you kind of cycle through them relatively.
But I think I'm going to just start putting some money in modernizing the Cougar.
Right on.
I already own that one.
Like as far as the... Suspension
and brakes. The drivetrain is great. I think a long-term goal, I might go fuel injected on it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, there you go.
Edelbrock has a kit for $1,600 to convert to fuel injection, which isn't that bad.
That's not bad.
Because you can change your tuning like on the fly with a tablet. Where right now, if I want to change my tuning, it's literally like disassemble your carburetor and change fucking floats and bowls and shit. Yeah,
that sounds awful.
It's all mechanical.
Yeah.
Everything in it is mechanical.
Dealing with the carburetor sounds horrible.
Carburetors suck.
Yeah. So it's just like a bolt-on kit? Like you have a thing and you just
you basically
put it on more or less? I don't know how this works. I always thought fuel injection like went way deeper into the valves.
Well, the style that they sell for old cars like this is basically it looks like an intake manifold with a carburetor on it, and the fuel goes in. It's like throttle body injection, right? So most cars have individual port injection, so the fuel is being injected to each cylinder.
Right.
Older style fuel injection would just inject fuel kind of at the intake, which is very similar to what a carburetor.
I was going to say that's what a carburetor does. Only it's like computerized.
But you have an oxygen sensor in the exhaust, and it's real time tuning it.
Got it. So it's adjusting the flow
That's
just
really what
based
the
on.
advantage is. Yeah.
Got it.
Changing to like a throttle body injection system is that your car in real time, the computer is adjusting your fuel air ratios to keep them optimal always.
Got it.
As opposed to you mechanically tuning it for what you want to do.
Got it.
So we got a Matt show.
I take pride
Yep.
in that Kyle said he can't wait to hear Drunk John because I'm a lightweight now. Because I'm drunk.
Drunk John. Fourth show.
I'm playing it off well.
I'm pretty buzzed.
Fourth
I've
show.
been going
This is our
light.
first fourth show.
True. Is it? We've done 4
We
shows.
did one time where we did 4. And
Really?
It was a train
we finished
wreck.
at like 6:30.
Yeah.
I remember it was like,
we're all
and that was
sweaty.
the day that we were like, we can't do this anymore.
Yeah, we're like, you guys, this is we just can't do this.
It's
you
the
guys.
judicial system.
This is-
Do you want to do a Ferk Fest thing before? So we're not like even more slurry
yes,
at
let's
the
do
end.
that
yeah,
right
that's
now.
probably a good idea.
We should do one before and after.
Can we put the music below it of just that that Salisbury Hill song? I don't know why. I just think that'd be funny.
Salisbury. What?
You know that song? It's like
I don't know
doom,
what that
doom, 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 doom.
How do you? Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
SALIS, I think.
Alice.
Yeah.
Hey, Jason.
Sounds like a.
Fire it up.
Is this your first day at Computron?
Yeah, seriously. Here, play it.
Hold on. I got to make sure we're.
Not on YouTube. Getting content.
No,
flagged.
we are, but it's not. It shouldn't go to YouTube, but it probably won't go to the stream either, or the chat. So they're not going to hear it. I don't know. Let's just do it. Fuck it. All right, hold on. Set the volume level.
Here at Four Brewers, it's our mission to make sure every brewer and every listener has the best possible experience. Our guests get the best of craft beer audio commentary made just for you.
Yes. Should do those for like Patreon.
Four Brewers.
Okay, do you want to start the song over and actually do this with the song?
No, let's just.
I can't do it without
Yeah, we
laughing.
can't keep it together.
That's the best part.
Okay, hang on.
Song or no song?
No song. No.
Okay.
Oh,
We'll add music in below
We
later.
do it with Salisbury Hill.
we'll do it in post.
Yeah. Hey, Greg.
Hey,
Hey.
hi. How are you, Matt?
Can we put?
What's
can
up,
you
dude?
put Under the Sea as the music?
What's that have to do with Tiki? Oh my god, so funny.
Yeah, a marimba. That's what it has to do with Tiki. Just the marimba.
And oh, that blowfish blows.
Oh my god. You got who's its and what's its and casks galore.
Oh, hi there.
Jesus Christ.
This is the ad. This is the ad. We're just going to put this up at
Oh
the
my
beginning of the
God.
show.
Fergfest,
Birdfest 2018.
Fergfest. Tickets available now.
March 20th. Go to Eventbrite or wherever.
March 24th. Come on, celebrate, man. We'll have
Racist
casks
accent.
galore.
Racist accent. Check that one off.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay, I'm okay with that. I
Who's
like
it
that.
and what's it?
That should be the ad. The whole thing.
So, Fergfest.
3 minutes, but
He said the
we
wrong
should do
date
it.
is one major issue, but
okay.
Oh,
Let's
here, yeah,
let's
hang
do
on.
an actual one now.
All right. Hey, Greg.
hi, Matt.
Hey, you do an annual fest, don't you?
Yeah, it's back for the 5th year.
Oh, yeah? 5th year?
Yeah, March 24th.
5th anniversary. It's going to be rad.
Same
what's,
place.
What's the...
Oh, it's Fergfest. If you go to fergfest.com, you can go and look at all the amazing breweries and restaurants. And we're going to have, I think, like 55 casks this year. And it's going to be tiki themed again. That was a huge hit last year. And I think all the kids love the fruited stuff, like the mango this and the
Like they
the
do.
juicy stuff. I don't know. Come realize your dreams at Fergfest.
We had a blast last year. We had synchronized Hawaiian shirts last year, and I think that was really the key feature of
Yeah,
Fergfest.
I'm
Yes.
ordering lays again. You can get laid.
Nice.
And
We had
so-
fun laying people.
You guys laid everybody.
I laid
We did.
so many people.
We did. We laid so many people. I think I said aloha to everyone.
Aloha.
I think I obnoxiously said aloha.
Welcome to
literally everyone.
Fergfest.
Yeah. Aloha.
You say aloha
like-
in a Jamaican accent.
Oh my god.
Did I? Was
No,
that
Craig did.
I was thinking ZomboCom. If you ever go to Zombo.com, you should go there right now. But
Aloha.
anyway, so, March
the-
24th.
March 24th.
Go to fergfest.com. If you know, if you're in the know, you should go. There's not really any cask beer festivals out there in the world, and it's just one of those things where
Well, except in England.
we cap the my beer's better than England. I think.
Andy Black just turned over
Yeah.
in his seat. I guess
Well,
he's not in the grave.
he'll
He's
be
alive.
there. Yorkshire Square Brewing's going to be bringing their legit real ale.
Nice.
And same with
What kind of fruit is going to be in their can?
none, just extra hops.
There's also Inland Wharf. Are they going to be in
Inland
there?
Wharf, yes.
With their
McLeod.
legit McLeod. Nice. So we're gonna have
McLeod.
Lots of beer engines.
McLeod.
well, it should be great. Again, what's the date again
March 24th,
and the location?
Anaheim Packing District,
Fergfest.
from noon to 4.
Right on.
I will create a discount code. We'll put somewhere on our website.
There you go.
Or for brewers people.
Fergfest.
Keep an eye out.
We'll have who's its and what's its.
Out in the sun to slave away.
Jesus Christ.
Well done.
That was perfect.
Oh, goddamn.
Motherfuck.
Okay.
Oh, goddamn.
Uh-oh, shit. Your phone heard you. Tom Petty's coming at you again.
Here you guys. I'm going to start getting that ad.
Welcome to Four Brewers. My name is Matt Becker, and as always, I'm joined by
John Holzer.
Jason Harris.
Greg Nagel.
And we got a Matt show today. So guess what we're drinking?
It's the Matt Show starring me.
I'm Matt. What did I miss here?
Beer almost shot out of my nose, but I had nothing in there.
Dude, you guys, YouTube TV just added Cartoon Network and Adult Swim back.
No.
They added like 6 stations.
Yeah, they added TBS, TNT, Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
Four Brewers brought to you by YouTube TV
And they have an app on Apple TV now.
and Roku.
I heard
amazing.
I heard it's horrible.
If you're a
I heard
cord
the app
cutter,
itself is bad.
I don't care. I just want integration with YouTube TV on my Apple TV, and I'll take it.
If you're a cord cutter, if you're a cord never, get YouTube TV. Get all the TV channels that you normally want in YouTube. $35 a month. Anyhow, fourbrewers.com/YouTube TV. And
Sherry's Berries.
enter the promo code WTF.
What are we drinking, Matt?
We got all kinds of fun stuff. So I took a little trip to Los Angeles yesterday.
Yeah,
and,
where'd you go?
I actually went and saw Queens of the Stone Age at the Forum. It was great. And so, like I normally do, I just went to quote unquote Los Angeles. And so before I went to Inglewood, I went to Hollywood, which are not near each other.
No, turns out.
Yeah, fortunately, the day was fine. But I went to Amoeba Records because it's a really cool little place. I've been there a couple of times, and I like it because they have a really small but really super well curated beer selection. And then they also have like a little like tasting room area. I didn't get to spend a whole lot of time there. I had to just like essentially find some beers and take off, but I found all kinds of fun stuff.
Isn't that the
So,
best? Going,
yeah.
just like going to Amoeba Records, going to Sunset Beer, I have that same experience where you're like going to a new beer store and seeing all the fresh yumminess that they got.
Yeah, and like so, I think
see
that
a
a
Jester
place
King
a place like this really has. Yes, this. By the way, I found a Jester King beer. This is Colonel Toby, which is a hoppy little farmhouse ale, which is actually 3% alcohol.
Hoppy little ale called love.
This was in collaboration with the Colonel, which is a brewery in the UK, as a matter of fact. So, there's whenever you're trying to find a good quality beer store, there's a few things that you want to look for. Number one, you want a lot of good regular beer. Admittedly, I didn't get any because I was there finding the wacky stuff. But they had a really good selection of like singles cans of like good 4-packs. They had like stuff that if you lived in the area, you would want to go there just for your regular beer. You know,
feel like
I think that's like kind of requirement number one for a really good beer.
The Los Angeles stores, they tend to do singles a little bit more. Like they'll break up 6-packs and stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of more compatible if you're like... It's easy for us suburban folks to drive to Total Wine and drop a hundo and leave with a trunk full of beer. But if you're in somewhere more city-like that you're not necessarily, you know, cruising up there with your SUV.
suburban, parking sucked.
It's easier to take a, you know, one-person bag with singles of 10 different beers or whatever instead of a bunch of 6-packs and shit. So
Yeah, definitely.
It makes more sense.
Yeah, I had to walk like a block and a half from where I parked in order to get here.
Yeah.
Another thing that I remembered why
They serve there too, right?
They
At
do.
Sunset Beer?
Yeah, they've got like a little taste. It's essentially like split into two halves. There's like the retail packaged beer, and then there's the like little tasting room kind of area. Admittedly, I just went to the packaged beer part because I was kind of running short on time, and I spent most of my time in Amoeba.
There's a craft beer cellar in, it's right on the edge of Highland Park, Eagle Rock, near Highland Park Brewery.
Okay,
they're the same model. It's the same kind of thing.
nice.
So,
Yeah, it's really cool. Like I can see why the model works so well.
they're a chain though, so let's promote Sunset Beer.
Yeah, there you go. So, like I said, like regular beer, first thing you look for. Second thing is kind of more oddball stuff from out of the area, which this is definitely one of them. I mean, we rarely see Jester King at all out here. We've started to see it a little bit more lately.
Yeah, I see some stuff at High Time and obviously specialty places, but
Yeah.
it's not like the Walesy, you know, like Spawn or anything like that. It's obviously stuff like this.
But even then, it's still some of their, like, this is kind of a weird one compared to, I mean, you see a lot of like Noble King, Le Petit Prince.
Yeah. Those make it out here.
Like those ones make it out here fairly regularly. This is kind of a weird one.
I feel like that sentence turned Matt French. He's like, you see a lot of the Noble King, Le Petit Prince.
Le Petit Prince.
Le Petit what?
Je suis le grand poisson.
Le Gros Poupon. That was just by the way, there's
Super
now
Troopers
been
2?
Yeah, there's now been 2 Super Troopers previews, and both of them make it look pretty funny. Cross my fingers.
I want to see it.
Speaking of Grey Poupon, I just had a cocktail with Dijon in it as
saw
the
that.
acid base.
You
Dude,
said-
it was really fucking
You guys,
good.
hear me out. 4 Brewers. We set up a camera around a TV, and we all just get drunk and watch a beer fest.
Color me interested. So what does everyone think of this beer? It smells super funky.
It's really fun. I think it lacks a high end. It needs like that something to sparkle, like a
Like a little tart bite would help
something.
it.
Yeah, it's kind of on the flabby side as far as it smells just super funky, earthy. Not really horse blankety or anything.
Yeah,
but
I mean, it also definitely has some of the American hoppiness to it. You know?
yeah, absolutely.
It kind of tastes under attenuted to me.
Really?
I don't know. I want it to be drier, I think.
I'm not getting
for-
that. I'm getting very dry.
It needs more.
I was the wrong
structure.
palate earlier, so
I think
what do
it needs,
I know?
I think it needs more structure. It needs either like more bitterness or more
Maybe.
something. Like you said,
Immediately when I think
flabby.
of
lacks a
It's
high end.
flabby. Yeah.
Jester King's Commercial Suicide is one of my absolute favorite, like really low alcohol beers. And that has that kind of tartness, giving it like a bite, giving it something there.
Yeah,
And
it
this
brightens
just
it up.
has a honestly, it's like that kind of estery, funky yeast mixed with a hop character. It's kind of like that Belgian yeast funk,
Yeah.
with a hop character. Kind of, it lingers in your palate and kind of hangs heavy.
Yeah, it's like it's simultaneously
John,
too
dude.
much and not enough.
Yeah,
You know,
John.
What?
He was making selfie faces.
I'm fucking Instagramming.
You were like doing.
he was
duck
recording
lips.
us.
I'm Instagramming, man. When
No,
are
we weren't.
you gonna be a dick?
Just,
just
go with the
laughing at
flow,
him.
man.
I'm just
It's
on
fourth
the
show,
gram.
man. If I can point it, you're making duck lips there for a second.
I'm just doing the gram,
I'm
man.
for real.
Duck lips.
I don't know about that.
Dude,
Well,
I had a friend who
I'm about to
bought
post this, and you can prove
Okay.
me wrong.
I have a friend who bought ducks and posted selfies and didn't even do duck lips. I'm like, come on, you have ducks.
Did you do what? I can't see.
I'm gonna post it right now. Hang
go for
on,
it.
and I'm gonna do hashtag duck lips.
Anyway,
So yeah, this good beer, but also admittedly kind of underwhelming.
well, I mean,
I wanted it to be more.
It's
What's
just a
the-
little bit
what's-
harsh, honestly, for like a low alcohol sipper. It just is. It's challenging
What was
to
the price
point where
Yeah. How much was this?
It's still pretty expensive. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
remember.
probably
$9 or
$15.
$10.
Yeah, I would assume like $10 probably. I don't have it.
$10 for $3 or 3.5% alcohol beer is a little.
Yeah, that's how Jester King rolls.
It's kind of like a table beer, but it could use some just something else to brighten it up.
It either needs more table or more beer. You know what I mean?
It needs duck lips.
Yeah.
water bottle is this?
I have no idea where that came from. It also looks like it's been sitting there sweating for some time.
Deluge. It's yours.
What do we have on deck? It's
So-
the Matt Show.
Starring me. I'm Matt. We're gonna do that every time,
Yep.
aren't we? Yeah. So keeping with the kind of like oddballs from brewers that I like, from Dank Basement, literally, we got an Upright beer. This is super cool IPA. So apparently they took their normal house saison yeast, only made an IPA out of it, and like cold fermented it. Essentially, they're trying to like. That just scared the shit out of me.
I just pictured like in Back to the Future when he's in 1955, like John's gonna go to Matt's bedroom in the middle of the night and put headphones on him. And it's just gonna be like Matt bolts up right out of bed.
Wow, that's a boss pour.
That's Boss Head, dude.
My name is Darth Vader. I come from the planet Vulcan.
Wow, that head.
Yeah,
Easily
I mean,
2 fingers ahead.
I love giving it 2 fingers. So Upright, another Portland brewery. I've been a fan
Also,
of theirs for a really long time.
At first, I thought you were just saying the brewery was called just Dank Basement, and I was like, that's actually kind of a cool brewery name.
Yeah, it kind of is, or the name of a beer at least.
Yeah.
Someone needs to do a collab with them and call it Two Chimps on a Davenport in a Basement.
That
Wayne's
one's
World.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, Wayne's World reference. Deep cut.
an old man fashioning a kayak out of a log.
Wow.
I want to make a beer called that.
Whoa.
Come on.
Yeah, this is
dude.
lively.
I had this.
John got the
fingers.
4 fingers head.
I had this beer.
It's a watch.
John fisting. It's called fisting.
It's not a ring, it's a watch. God damn it.
Oh, God.
That's my fucking watch, Hen.
It's a wee watch.
They call them hen.
That's a watch pour.
Oh, man.
hen. That's not birds. They're hen.
God damn it.
Get it? Yeah.
I had this beer.
Yeah, it's not going away anytime soon.
I
Is
had
it? That's
this
like
beer about
Orval.
a year ago, according to Untapped, and I'll withhold what I said about it until
Will
we
it go
drink
out of the glass, though?
Well, give it a sniff. What does everyone think of the aroma on this? I think it's really great. It's really like bright and fruity.
I'll smell some
Very
foam.
bright on the nose. See what I mean?
Smells like foam.
It has that that sweet tarts candy on the nose.
Really good
Yeah, a
call.
little bit of tropical fruit.
Yeah, I
it
get
smells
some like
great.
almost tea-like character to it, like Arnold Palmer, sort of.
Yeah,
like lemon,
a little bit like
iced tea.
Actually,
tea lemon herbal
I
thing.
I can get kind of a bit of lemon, bit of tea.
Yeah. Yeah.
a little bit of honey.
Good pull.
So they say they ferment this at cooler temperatures, so you just get a hint of the Belgian kind of character. From
Yeah,
the
and I can
yeast.
get that. It's got a little bit of that like clovey spice thing happening, you know?
To me, it smells kind of. It smells kind of hand soapy.
The least popular failed Spice Girl, Clovey Spice. Just smoking Dejarums. Chain smoking Dejarums.
Oh man,
Clovey Spice.
She's the one that hangs out quietly in the back corner, not giving a shit about what's happening.
Go
Bit
buy some
fucking much,
Dejarums.
eh?
This doesn't smell like dial soap to anyone.
Nah,
I don't know if I know what dial
but I know
soap smells
certain saisons can be soapy, but I don't get that at all.
No, I'm not with you on that one.
3711 to me is straight up soap bomb.
Interesting.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, like lavender soap.
That sucks.
Yeah, because that's used fucking everywhere.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I really like this a lot. I think it's really good.
This is really fucking refreshing too.
So
What's
past
the alcohol?
me said a bit too much funk on this beer, but this one isn't funky at all. It's very bright.
Yeah, it's really kind of bright and clean and
Yeah.
hoppy. Like I said, it's got a little bit of like a Belgian phenol thing happening, but besides that, I think this is really good.
Dude,
Yeah,
good
it's
on you
good.
for buying an upright bottle. Like these are like breweries that I think like 5 years ago were like, oh yeah, upright.
Yeah,
We got to get some upright. Did you see there's upright on tap there?
yeah.
And
Well,
now it's like, totally forgot about them.
I think a lot of the Oregon breweries, honestly, like Cascade, we've talked about before. I mean, 5-6 years ago, getting
The
Cascade.
hotness.
If you were able to get like Vlad the Impaler, I remember going to a Sour Fest at Stone, and they had Bourbonic Plague and Vlad the Impaler.
I was there for that one. Yeah,
And
Went
they
nuts.
they went fucking immediately. They were the beers that everyone lined up for, and
Yeah.
they went in 30 minutes.
Yep.
And like, I feel like if those same beers rolled up at a festival now, nobody would give a shit.
Dude,
Well, no,
Cascade
see,
was
no-
at one of the brouhahas. Remember that? They had like the blueberry one and
Yeah,
nobody
yeah.
gave a shit. We just like walked up.
That was
You
when
know-
they,
you know-
I think, kind of were expanding down here.
I think that
was
was the last brouhaha I went to.
yeah,
You know,
me
you know,
too.
you know what their problem was?
What's that?
Is their quality took a fucking
Oh, that's true.
nosedive. Like they're
And $30 a bottle.
yeah. The
30
price,
bucks a bottle
but
is
the price
insane.
point was super high. But if they would have kept it a little bit smaller and kept the quality really high, then they could have maybe gotten
because
away
they
with
got
it.
rid of Preston.
Their beers turned into fucking rocket fuel and fucking nail polish remover. Their beers is not good. So I mean, I haven't understood the Cascade hype in a long time.
I think that's what happens when you try to overexpand and overreach.
Yeah,
Your quality takes a dip.
yeah. I mean, I've been to Portland a couple of times the last couple of years, and one time went to Cascade, and the beer was terrible. It was
Yeah?
genuinely
I
terrible.
went a few years ago and it was okay.
Yeah, like it was.
Oh,
bad.
you guys, I might get to go to build a site in Portland this year.
Oh,
a big one, so I like
Oh damn!
a big one, so I might get like a total of like 2 months up there.
Ooh,
Yeah.
cool.
Looks like we're going up there
like
for
a
a show.
road trip.
Ah,
Then
ah.
I'm flying up to Portland.
Yeah, I'm not going to drive. I mean,
That's a
by road
long
trip, I
drive.
mean fly
Fly.
trip.
Fly
I
up
don't
there.
So
know.
it would
It's a
just
cool
be
drive.
it would just be a trip.
Yeah,
When you get north
gonna be a
of
trip,
Sacramento,
yo.
California starts
Patreon.
getting cool again.
Yeah, there's a lot of California between Sacramento and Oregon.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, the north of
A shitload of California in there.
north of Sacramento, California is interesting again. You're like, oh, there's cool stuff up here.
Yeah.
That's where all the weed grows.
Yeah.
We
Like,
could do a
you-
road trip.
You
Right.
go
Reading.
through weed.
Maybe
We go
stop
through-
at Sierra Nevada.
Oh fuck,
Yeah, Chico
man.
show for sure.
Dude. Yeah,
I
I know people that work
I
there
mean, I
still.
did that road trip last summer. It was good.
We could do it flying though. Also,
I saw a
I
bald
just
eagle.
bring the small kit. You saw a bald eagle.
Yeah, at a rest stop in like northern California, about 50 miles from the border. It's a place called Grass Lake. It was I don't know if it was literally a lake or just like grass that looked like a lake, but yeah,
Just a random ball, like
it was
on
a rest
pole.
stop. Yeah, like I was walking around taking pictures of the Grass Lake and everything looked cool. And then Sarah was like, "Hey, look up!" And I look up and there's a bald eagle just flying out of the
Doesn't
tree.
sound like a majestic spot where a bald eagle would normally hang
No,
out.
it was a
at.
dope spot. I'll show you some photos. It's really
Oh,
cool.
I don't know. Rest stops and bald eagle. I don't know.
Hey,
Yeah.
wherever bald eagles go, just there they shall.
You know what you should do is
They shall be.
bring the drone and you can
Where
chase them
eagles
around.
fly.
Yeah.
I can harangue bald eagles.
Yeah, that bald
not
eagle
illegal
would
to harass
probably destroy the fucking drone.
I remember. Yeah, it would. It would
Yeah.
get pissed. I remember the first time I ever
You
saw a
can't
bald
kill
eagle.
them, but you can harass the shit out of them.
The first time I ever saw a bald eagle, it was in Alaska, up near Anchorage, and they were they were flocking like fucking seagulls out here. It was crazy how many bald eagles there were.
Huh.
Yeah, like eagles fucking everywhere.
It's weird that they were like. It's not weird, but it's
Well, no, they weren't necessarily flocking. There was just that seemingly that volume of them.
right.
There was a
I'm
shitload
just saying
of them.
it's just kind of I don't know, unusual to think that they were endangered at one point, and now you were talking about them flocking.
Yeah, it may, who knows? They may still be. That just may
No,
have
they're
been
not
a very
endangered.
high.
They're not endangered anymore.
At one point,
They're still a low population though.
At one point, their numbers were flocculating, and now that they're flocking,
That was a bit of a stretch. I
you.
really wanted to flock you.
I appreciate
back.
Greg trying to make the show more beer related because welcome to Travel Talk with Four Brewers. I went to Oregon. once.
Brewing is a global phenomenon. So we can talk about places, I guess. I
Industry.
don't know. Hey, let's do the next beer, you guys.
What are you, Leonard Nimoy over here?
Billions and billions of yeast make up every beer.
You need a turtleneck.
So when it comes to beer stores, finding a quality one, one thing that I always look for, which like we've talked about repeatedly, is a kind of a dying thing, is weird imports. I always like finding like, kind of like wacky oddball European imports. And I found this bottle and it looked like it was from Belgium, and I have no fucking clue what this is.
What is it?
It's Blonde de Croquants. Croquant?
By whom?
Something
Croquant?
by Brasserie Croquant.
It's got
Whatever, however, it's Croquants. So it's French, and I don't know how to properly say it. Whoa.
Do it over a
Yeah.
glass.
Oh, yeah.
It's got-
Away from the computer. Yeah.
It definitely has that written all over it.
Brewery
That's
croissant.
what I find with weird,
Yeah. Brewery croissants.
with weird import beers. Like, oh my god, you never know.
Yeah, true. So,
Champagne explosion.
while everyone's pouring this, I'm going to look up.
It did not, thankfully.
Croquant.
Let's see.
Blonde.
The woman with a pot with liquid in it, pouring it into the glass of a farmer.
Oh, it's Das 3 Croquants.
4.
Oh, this is actually French. Oh, so okay. So this is it isn't Belgian. It's actually French.
Oui.
It's on TripAdvisor. There's really no information about
It's
this
on
at all.
TripAdvisor.
It's on
Wow.
TripAdvisor apparently. Yeah.
It's got a
Blonde
date code or
des
something.
Croc.
Yeah, it's
So this is a low ABV like blonde ale. So they had a blonde and a brune. So this may actually be a little bit closer to like a, not necessarily a saison, but a bière de garde.
I did find it on Untapped, but there's no information.
I have it on a rate beer, and there's no information.
58 check-ins.
It has a total of 2 ratings on rate beer.
sorry, I'm reading a headline from Twitter from Laughing Squid. Couple mistakenly buys tickets for bagpipe band Red Hot Chili Pipers. It's not Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I read that and the dude had to like fly to Ireland for it and everything, and he's like, "Fuck it, I win."
It's either really fresh or really old.
It smells perfumey.
Yeah, the date on this is what February 8th, 2018. So yeah, you're right. It's either really fresh or really old. It doesn't smell old though. It doesn't smell oxidized
It's a little farty on the nose, but I think that'll blow off.
Yeah,
real
it's
fast.
got a little bit of sulfur, but it has definitely like a noble hop kind of like herbal perfuminess to it, like you said.
Good news, bad news. I found a description of it, but it's in French. So give me
Translate.
a sec to
Google Translate, yeah.
And then translate it into Scottish.
Hey-o.
Got wee malts.
Wee malts. It's got wee malts next to the water. I don't even want to try saying water in that accent.
There's a car parked across the street, and the sun is shining directly into my fucking.
That's the car I was driving.
Oh my god!
My girlfriend's car.
Good planning.
Its blonde color, delicate bitterness, and citrus aromas define the original character of this beer. 7% volume. The three crunchies are three brothers, Fabian, Emmanuel, and Paul Louis. Lovers of beer who decided to create their brewery and make the beers they like and enjoyed drinking. We brew beer of Anglo-Saxon inspiration because
Racist.
Emmanuel was brewer in London for 18 months. Here it smells good hops.
Crunchies? What was the crunchies?
Crunchies. The three crunchies. It's très croquants.
Doesn't it sound like it's easier to just
Croquant.
like open a brewery in Europe?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I'm
You
just
don't-
gonna open a brewery and people are gonna buy my beer and I'm gonna live.
Yeah, from what I understand, like you can like brew in your house, put it in a bottle, and like sell it like on the street. Like you can like put up a booth outside of your house and just sell it.
Really? I'm fucking moving there tomorrow.
Yeah,
It feels like
See
they
you
don't
guys.
take food safety very seriously. They're like, yeah, I got some raw goat's milk and I fucking made like 4 wedges of cheese and I go sell them at the farmer's market and I got $80 and that's that.
Yeah, it's very like here. Check out this cheese that I've got. It's covered in worms.
Yeah, worm cheese.
Doesn't that look delicious? That's actual.
That's
thing.
an actual thing. Yeah.
That's an actual thing.
Share
larvae.
the worm. Share the worm.
The worm.
People buy that?
Yeah.
It's considered a delicacy.
I mean, cheese is
it's one of
covered
those.
in fucking gross mold already by
True.
by
It's
default.
delicious mold.
I mean,
though.
it is.
Yeah.
Um,
Who's to say?
It's got that enzyme action. What does everyone think of this beer?
Oh, I didn't.
It's
try
not
it.
bad. It's not remarkable, but it's not bad.
Seems like a session beer. It's
Yeah,
got that,
exactly.
Like, kind of watery texture to it.
Yeah, it's like a table beer. It seems like if you're having like, some pasta at noon, this would be a really great like accompaniment.
The finish is aggressively absent. It's like it's got a good.
It falls off a cliff.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
it's got a
disappears to
good
nothing.
front, and then like as you're swallowing the beer, it's like
Yeah.
it's like it just vanishes.
Yeah, like I feel like I this is the kind of beer that I'd want to have with like eggs Benedict.
You guys, I just got
Yeah.
the France Untapped badge with this beer, La Creme de la Creme.
I was going to say
Santé!
some escargot or something garlic buttery.
Yeah, something with like that's relatively fatty that this could like kind of cut through.
Whoa, bro!
Not, never mind. I'm not. I don't want to try riffing on that.
Oh,
So-
bitch.
Good beer though. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it's
interesting enough.
Yeah, it was weird and it's French. It's decent.
I like
They
it.
got a Facebook page.
I like when we're doing the individual shows. Like Matt brings a
like the
weird
bottle.
fucking oddball French beer.
the
Like
bottle
that's so Matt.
kind of looks like a wine bottle, but it's got a beer neck.
what
That makes sense. It looks like a wine bottle, like a Charles Shaw bottle,
does it?
sort of.
Is this Scottish people Twitter again? It's like a wine bottle, but it's got a beer neck.
It's got a wee neck. It's got a wee beer neck.
Like a wine bottle with a wee beer neck.
I got a nasty case of wee beer neck the other day. Spent one too many hours at the pub. Yeah.
Oh man.
So-
Yeah.
So last but not least, to finish off this session, I thought we'd do something completely different.
the Monty Python beer?
Yes.
A barrel aged stout.
Yeah. Pastry stout.
Monty
with vanilla.
Python and
Oh,
the
Jesus.
Holy Ale. That beer sucked. I remember that sucking, but it's
it's all branding. It's a very English beer. Super, super duper English, which means it's not very good.
Yeah, the English have a really tough time like packaging beer and sending it across the.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, you put it in a cask and you're golden, but you try to put it.
Wow! Hazy Bell.
Whoa!
I did not see that coming.
Matt.
I
Just,
saw Matt jump.
I really hope
Like-
that's on camera.
Yeah, bro.
Matt just exploded all over himself.
We need to slow mo
Is your
that.
computer okay?
Yeah, I could still use a towel though. Are there paper towels somewhere?
Yeah, up by the almanac.
Is
hat
the
up there.
MacBook okay?
The MacBook is fine. The MacBook.
How's the Mac?
See what I did there? Thank you. So I want to do something completely different, you guys. And so, speaking of weird European imports, I brought some French cider.
Oh,
Yeah, because I mean,
it's very
everyone-
lively.
Yeah, like everyone's used to having like English cider, you know, that's
Really
fucking
sweet.
really sweet. Advertised by Patrick Stewart, like that kind of thing. This is 4.5% ABV.
Half of this jumped out of the bottle, so
Just like half of
Very
me, just like
excited.
half of me jumped out of my pants when it popped like
Dude,
that.
You jump like legit
Matt
like a
dropped
foot.
half a ball out of his pants.
I watched him open because I counted like the cage turns, and I was going to comment on it. And then as soon as he took the cage off, it just blew up.
Yeah.
he didn't even touch the cork.
Yeah, I didn't touch it.
Like it just exploded.
Wow.
That cage was doing its
wow.
job, and it did it well.
Seriously, that thing was hanging on for dear fucking life.
It's weird to think that just like weird, tiny, thin wire could actually hold these
Yeah.
fucking things from explosion.
Yeah, really.
Wow.
So, from my understanding, French cider is supposed to be, yeah,
That's carbonated.
It's got an aroma.
Wow.
It's got an aroma.
French cider is supposed to be a little bit softer. It's not quite as acidic as English cider, and it's
smells
not quite as
good.
sweet. It's like
Wow.
drier.
I've had a couple French ciders. I've had some different stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say
not on the show.
Yeah, I have actually very little experience with cider in general. I just wanted to like throw a kind of a curveball in here.
Yeah, it's got that definitely like a mallow lactic acid sort of funkiness. You could tell it's not like yeast driven. It's probably wild fermentation.
Yeah, that would be my guess too.
It's like earthy fruit.
Yeah, it's like it's got this like really
But
weird earthy
stinks.
like funky thing that you can't. It's trust the French to make their shit smell weird.
It smells really good.
Yeah, hand me the bottle, will you?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find any information about it. I was just reading the name because it's not words that I'm used to saying or thinking.
Yeah, I don't know honestly, that's kind of what attracted me to it. Is I had no idea what it said at all.
Wow.
Kind of sweet and kind of funky.
Oh.
Yeah. Also, it should be pointed out too that this is a like
get like
an
a smoky-
off dry. It's not a totally dry cider. It's
I get
supposed
a
to be medium.
There was
Smoky-
some sweetness.
smoky
yeah,
flavor.
It's smoky Band-Aidy.
What the hell? That is phenolic as fuck, dude. Oh my god, that's phenolic. Jesus.
It's weirdly like it's
oh
sweet.
god, it's like bacon. Oh my god.
Wow.
It is phenolic, dude.
Yeah, it really is. Wow.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's got to be. It says cider de tradition, so I'm assuming this is like wild fermented.
Ooh.
I would assume it is.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's bacon.
It's pretty funky.
Wow.
That is bacon.
The Giard family has been producing Calvados in the Pays d'Auge for 11 generations. Yeah, I'm sure someone laugh at my pronunciation. The Domaine du Montreuil orchard was planted on land formerly covered by the sea, hence its distinctive mineral flavor.
Oh, it's minerally.
Definitely
They
minerally.
produce this cider in vats that are more than a century old, so you're getting the classic traditional style cider of this region. Although it is not too funky. Rustic, yes. Delicious, yes. Authentic, yes. Expensive, no.
They nailed it with that description. Like, if you're going to pair a cider with a steak or something like that, this is the cider for that. Like, oh my god.
Yeah,
I
it's
would do-
really weird.
For sure.
This is the kind of weirdness that I wanted out of that French beer.
It's oddly good, though. Like, I like it.
Cidersays.com is where I pulled that info from, and this guy has a very in-depth review of this beer. Like, it's super in depth if you're into cider. Cidersays.com.
It's like when you drink, like when we had that really bitter IPA from the Fremont the last show.
Yeah.
Once I got over the bitterness, like I kind of was able to appreciate it. This is like that smoky bacon flavor. The flavor does not match the aroma at all.
It's
right?
weird, right?
But once you get past that smoky bacon flavor, like you get the cider aspects of it, like you get the fruit a little bit, but the bacon and smoke is still dominant.
The second and third sips are a lot more sweet.
It's like a umami kind of thing too.
Yeah, right.
Savory.
Yeah, it has this weird savory texture, and it also has it leaves almost like a film behind on your tongue.
You still taste it.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be all kinds of
it's
bacteria.
dry.
in this.
Apparently, they say this is very similar to other French ciders, so this may be...
Really?
Yeah.
I'm thinking French cider show, you guys, because I would like to plumb these depths some more, because this is just...
I want to geek out on it for sure.
It's so far outside of what I'm used to.
I
What's
love
weird
cider,
is
man.
there's a lingering kind of smoky flavor in my palate from this beer.
Yeah.
And once that's lingering there, then you drink it again, and it just kind of tastes sweet.
But the smoke, it kind of works really well with like the apple aspect of the beer.
exactly. It's like apple
Smoked
pie
apples.
in a way. Yeah,
it's like smoked apples.
It's
Yeah.
It's
literally...
like in Boy Scouts, we would take apples, we'd core the apple, and we'd fill the core with
weed. You put your weed in it.
No.
Yep.
Yeah, in Boy Scouts, we put our weed in the
Always
apple.
be prepared.
You core,
Be prepared.
we core the apple and put brown sugar and I think nuts in the core of the apple.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Wrap it in tin foil and then put it on the fire. So you got like a smoked. It was kind of like apple pie without the crust kind
It's
of
like
thing.
an apple dumpling.
That sounds amazing.
You know what this tastes like?
And it would cook, and that's what that the bacon thing isn't there, but
Right.
it kind of reminds me of that
Put a
with like
slice of
the
bacon in there.
campfire thing.
This tastes like somebody like roasted an apple over burning hay, and that's what this tastes like.
Yeah.
Like but like that made into juice.
It's good.
You know what I'm saying?
It's challenging, but once you take a few sips, it grows on you. And
Does the mouthfeel do anything weird for you guys too?
Yeah, it's like leaves like a slickness, right?
Yeah, it's
that's
kind
what
of
I'm
like,
saying. It's not as dry as
acidic
I
almost?
would think a cider should be.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is it sick? Is it like a pedio thing?
It's got some it's bracing. Like if you put lactic acid in your mouth, it like dries up your gums, and I get that same sort of weird
Really interesting.
sweaters
still-
on my teeth.
Very, very phenolic though. Like
It's really I feel like the one of the things about French fermented beverages kind of in general is it needs a pairing of some kind. You know what I mean? It needs
Yeah.
to play off of food. And I think that's what this needs. Like if we had
Stilton.
if we had like a meat and cheeses plate right now, then
this is
like we
this
would
is
be
definitely made for cheese.
yeah, we would be loving
Something
life
sharp.
right now.
I can already like a sharp cheese and this smoky beer or smoky cider with the fruit aspects. I think would be
Insane,
incredible.
right?
I wish I had some sharp cheese on hand right now.
Wow, I'm really glad this pulled it out because the rest of these beers are kind of underwhelming.
This was the best of.
This was
what
definitely
you
the
brought.
highlight. Very
All
cool.
right, cider show next time.
Yeah, I'm thinking I might curate a French cider show, you guys. Right on. So yeah, Sunset Beer, really cool place. Definitely would recommend it if you're in the area. Thanks, guys. Thanks for doing my show.
Yeah, man.
If you want to find Four Brewers online, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram. You can find all the information on fourbrewers.com. Go to fourbrewers.com/live if you want to hang out with us while we're taping the show. Go to fourbrewers.com/YouTube if you want to find our ooey gooey video content. Go to patreon.com/fourbrewers if you want to donate to the show. It helps us do all kinds of fun stuff like this show right now, for example. Go to Apple Podcasts or your favorite podcast client and give us a 5-star rating because it helps other people discover the show. And if you want to get in touch with us directly, hit us up at feedback@fourbrewers.com and brew the shit out of it.
There we go.
Hey, what's that fruit that is very Oregon? Not gooseberry.
Marionberry?
Yeah, that's the one. You ever go to High Times?